Guys, when will ICP explode? And I'm not talking about Insane Clown Posse. They have already exploded. But what I'm talking about is this chart right here. This is Internet Computer. As you know, Internet Computer is one of my top 5 picks in this bull run to do amazing because its technology is just so revolutionary and ahead of everyone. Now, this is interesting. We just broke past 6. So this is very interesting because a lot of people are talking about ICP now, which they weren't 6 months ago. But, you know, when we look at what's going on right now in crypto, when we look at the markets, ICP was around the 30s, around 35. Now it's went all the way up to about 28. It's outperforming. Remember KASPA, the friendly ghost? It was about 14 cents and it came from like nothing to 12 cents and it was just taking over. And now Internet Computer has leaped above it. When you start to compare what Internet Computer does to everything in the top 50, you start to realize, you know, this was another one of my picks in my top 5, Injective, which has been doing great too. It's actually blown up and continues to just go up. So you got to understand what is driving factor for all of these things. We're going to go over it, but this is what I want you to look at. Look at the top, look at the tokens above ICP. Ethereum Classic, is ICP more valuable than that? Yeah, definitely does way more. In fact, I don't even think Ethereum Classic does anything. Monero, Cosmos, all of these, when you start looking all the way up, you know, like I'm looking at Chainlink. Internet Computer does what Chainlink does. No problem. Polygon does it easily. In fact, they just made a layer 2 for Ethereum on Internet Computer. I believe it's called Chainkey ETH. And it's actually really cool. You don't even need to convert it or anything. You don't even need to, move it to a different chain or anything. It's basically stays on chain. It's impressive what they're doing. Tron, Polkadot, no one comes close. Dogecoin, no one comes close. Look at the market cap. And this is what is driving Internet Computer. What is driving Internet Computer to these highs and to these prices? What is going to make it explode into the 20s, into the 30s, into the 40s? What is going to do that? I'm still holding my bag, by the way. I still have a lot of Internet Computer, 3,400. I have another 600 stakes. I have over 4,000. I invest about $14,000. I'm up to about $24,000 in my investment. Not quite double because I was averaging DCAing in and out. So I'm doing great on it. I'm staking some. I might stake more, to be honest with you, because I think it's going to take a while to get there. But what is it that made Avalanche explode? Avalanche was about $8 or $9, guys. A lot of you guys don't really understand how crypto works. Avalanche was shit till it wasn't. It exploded. Everyone hated Avalanche. Hell, I started to hate it. It had all these token unlocks. It was a fucking mess. It's a fucking mess. I hated it. I'm like, what am I sitting in this for? Until it didn't. Okay, Avalanche has a great system. I would say Avax has some things that Internet Computer probably doesn't have, like the subnet systems and things like that make Avax valuable. But this is what ended up happening. Avax, if you look right here in the fees collected in the last 30 days, look at it, 4.2 million. And then people started comparing it to Solana, 3.7 million. Again, this is not really a lot of fees when you look at the market cap of these things, right? 14 million for Avax and you got 29 million, double. Solana's double. So people started saying, well, maybe Solana's overvalued. Let's look at some undervalued assets. And not that long ago, like less than a week ago, you know, Avalanche was worth only 7 billion. So you got to understand, this is the data set driven. So when is it that Internet Computer is going to blow up to those numbers, 30, 40, 50, $100 that we're looking for? So let's look right here. Internet Computer in the past 30 days has only burned $36,000 in fees. Part of this is because the fees on Internet Computer are so low, but we shouldn't be looking at the fees alone. The fees only tell part of the story, because if we looked at fees, we wouldn't be valuing Avalanche and Polygon and Solana and Near at these prices. We wouldn't be, or Cardano, $300,000 in fees when it's basically a shit coin worth $21 billion. It has no one even uses Cardano. It's the biggest shit coin out here, but yet, you know, I don't know. It amazes me, right? So when you look at these things you have to take as just one subset of data. What else do we have to look at, right? That's the question. What else do we have to look at? Well, let's keep going. What is going to tie up ICP and create demand for it? This is what I had said on my other videos, my review of it. ICP is in a very unique position, okay? What is the position that it's in? That it can be used for all of these launch pads. And it's also, look how much is staked. $1.4 billion of it is staked. Most of it is staked for like 8 years because people are fucking crazy. I don't know what to tell you. So if you look right here, what is the valuation of ICP? And ICP has a long way to go up. We can get into the top 5, in my opinion, about 2.8 billion. And yes, I do believe it's going to be a top 5 token. It will go over Solana. Whatever Solana does, ICP does better. Okay, that could be insane clown policy song right there. Okay, right there. Whatever Solana does, ICP does better. So legitimately, it does it better. Whatever BNB does, it does better too. I mean, and ETH. So, I can't really compare it to Bitcoin because Bitcoin is its own thing. It's a store of value. It's like digital gold, which I'm going to do a video on soon. Make sure to subscribe and like because that's a video you're not going to want to miss. But when you're looking at Ethereum and Solana and BNB, no one can do what Internet Computer does. Keeping all the data on chain. This site is being run completely on Internet Computer. This site. Now, what blew up Avax? This is what you got to look for. This is going to be the news story. Okay. What blew up Avax? Well, a lot of people started, Avax surges on real world tokenization adoption. Okay. This is what blew it up. So start putting it all together. Okay. Real world tokenization. Okay. When you start putting it together and you see that Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, okay, are all of them are using Avalanche technology and subnets for their blockchain solutions. I believe Bank of America also. Everyone is going to Avalanche for this. Well, guess what? This is what's blowing up Avax plus all these bullshit meme coins. All these meme coins, real world tokenization. They also got a partnership with Amazon and Alibaba. Avalanche is doing amazing. And all the game, Web3 gaming and all the stuff. And then some big games moved over to them from other networks. You can see, Citi has tested the use of blockchain infrastructure to price and execute, simulate FX trades on Avalanche evergreen subnets. I mean, this is all big shit. A lot of you guys are in XRP. Avalanche is the way to go. They got it down. Now, what is Internet Computer doing that is setting it up? Look at right here, real world assets, Gold Dao. The Gold Dao project represents a groundbreaking fusion of the traditional gold and modern blockchain technology, allowing anyone in the world to access physical gold, that's real world assets, with no dependence upon the banking system. Are you guys hearing this? This is their Launchpad. So what happens in their Launchpad is you need ICP to go into their Launchpad. So you click on this, you can see they're trying to raise 200,000 ICP, which is worth about $1.2 million right now, a little bit over. Oh, wait a minute. They have reached their goal already. Holy shit. They have reached their goal. Yeah, they've reached it. They've already reached it. Wow. Okay, look at that. So that was their goal, 200,000. They're at 230,000. They're going to go up to 750,000. So as this money comes in, it locks this ICP, mainly in liquidity pools that are going to be used to trade, number one. But number two, what it also does is it basically forces people to buy ICP to get into this. So literally you have people buying millions of dollars worth of ICP, creating this volume, this FOMO into ICP, and they really don't care what price they're buying it either. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This reminds me a lot about Ethereum early on when 2008, 2007, they were doing all the ICOs. This is the chance for ICP for the same thing to happen. And probably some of this buying pressure is happening because of Gold Dao right now. And then it'll go down a little bit because Gold Dao's got to sell, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. And then as the Launchpad gets bigger and bigger and bigger and the ecosystem grows, you're going to see the price grow on this. Now, let's look a little bit further, right? What is this Gold Dao? So I looked at it. The Gold Dao, bringing gold into the future. I clicked on a couple of these links. You can buy physical gold linked to an NFT. Literally, everything that has made Avax go up, has made it explode in price, ICP does better and is doing it. It's doing it right now. Real world assets. When will people realize that ICP is the way to go? I don't know, but it's coming. It's coming fast. In fact, what I look for is a performance of ICP versus the other tokens. And before, it was just kind of hanging out between 33 and 35. It was hanging out between Aptos. It blew past Aptos now. And it was hanging out between HBAR. These are fine tokens. Well, not Aptos, but these are, a lot of people like HBAR and a lot of people like it. And it's probably going to perform well. I just don't think it's going to perform as well as Internet Computer. HBAR has some really good stuff. Chronos. obviously being linked to the world's largest, one of the largest exchanges. All these are probably going to do okay during the bull run, but I want better than okay. KASPA, the friendly ghost, is doing okay too. They'll probably all do okay, but at the end of the day, I want more than okay. I want a token that's going to go into the top 5, that's going to take the $25,000. Now it's a commitment. If you want to buy 4,000 ICP, it's a commitment. Before it was a little bit of a commitment. So if you have commitment issues, you can see now you're really going to have to do your research. But before, $14,000 was a decent sized investment. Now to get the same amount, you need $25,000. Now, where I think ICP goes is as people are discovering what it's about, as people are seeing the gold, the future of owning gold, physical gold, and people are seeing these great projects being launched on it, and they're starting to understand how the network nervous system works, how these launch pads are working, how all of these things are working. When people are starting to understand, when they start comparing it to Avalanche, and they start comparing it to all these other coins and tokens, and they start seeing, well, Internet Computer is better than Ethereum Classic, better than KASPA, better than Hedera. It's better than, you got to go way up. Chainlink, it does everything. Chainlink's worth valued at $8 billion. They start to see the value of it, and it's going to start to push up. It's the same narrative that happened to Avax. Avax, literally institutional money, hundreds of $1,000 buys started rolling in when the institution said, oh yeah, they realize what's going on. The same thing is going to happen to Internet Computer. It's just not as discovered. I think it's going to shoot from $6 probably to $20 to $30. A lot of you guys are like, oh, no way. Yes, look what happened to Avax. I thought Avax was dead. It's dead till it's not. It's dead. These tokens are dead till they're not dead. And they were building on Avax during the whole bear market, building. And so has ICP. In fact, ICP's been building more than everyone else. They got more developers than anyone else. They got more. It's an all-star crew of people than anyone else. So the valuation of these things can't be based on just what you see over here on Token Terminal. It's not even close. I don't even see an asset I would say is undervalued here. I'd say these are all pretty fairly valued based on this data, right? If you look at the 180 days, you can see, Internet Computer only burned $186,000. It's not a lot. But then when you start to compare it and you start to see how much more the infrastructure is that they have and where they're going, you start to realize, what are we setting ourselves up for? And then same thing with Avax. Avax, if you look here, Avax is really interesting. It was behind Solana, right? And then in the last 30 days, look, Avax blew past Solana, 3.7 versus 4 million and more, 4.2 million. In fact, it blew past Polygon. A number of transactions and a number of wallets have increased dramatically on Avax. It just takes a spark. It takes that killer project. It takes that killer app, that killer meme going. It just takes something like that to blow up a project. And from what I'm seeing, Internet Computer is doing all those things. It's going to happen. It's a matter of time. I don't think $20 is that far away for Internet Computer. I really don't. I don't think it's that far. I don't think $30 is that far. I think once Internet Computer goes up into the top 10, where Avax is, there's no reason for it not to be in the top 10. There just isn't. It does everything any of these other tokens do and better. It has a better infrastructure than all of these tokens combined. It's just got everything it does. It just does better, man. It's just what it is. It's cheaper. It's faster. It's decentralized. Well, it's not fully decentralized the way, but it is going to become the only really fully decentralized one. It keeps everything on chain. It's like the Amazon Web Services of the internet, of crypto. It's going to do gaming better. It's going to do everything better. So when I look at this, I go 28. We got a long way to go. I put this valuation. I don't think a 10x is that far out of reach, to be honest with you, especially during the bull run sometime in 2024. I don't see why this can't be between $60 and $80. Solana was only $8 not that long ago. Like, we got to think like that. When you look at Solana, is Solana really worth what it's worth? Where was it? $17 to $15 180 days ago. The narrative changes really quickly on crypto. Look at it. It was all the way down here. Yeah. $8, $9, $11, less than a year ago. 10Xs are possible in crypto. You got to just understand the technology and what's leading it. I missed a few of them. I hit a couple of them. I hit a good number of them, by the way. But yes, everyone's going to miss out on a couple big ones. But Internet Computer, I will not be missing out on. I'm not selling my bag. I'm holding it. If you look at the last 30 days, I'm seeing some strength. I saw this happening. And it was really interesting. And I was like, okay. And then the volume dropped off and it kept itself there. And then we had a little dip. Remember, this was the Bitcoin sell-off. It hit 5 and it came right back up. In fact, faster than Bitcoin. In fact, now, as Bitcoin's kind of like meandered, Internet Computer is taking off, because what's happening is the money is leaving some of these higher priced tokens and people are trying to find the cheaper stuff, the more undervalued assets. Internet Computer is going to be one of them. How high do we go? When do we explode? I think it's coming. I mean, this is, to me, is already an explosion. A lot of people have already doubled their money on this. I think the next double, triple is on the way. I'm going to be sitting there getting my 10 to 16% a year returns. If it doesn't, I'm still staking some. I'm going to stake a little bit more and we're going to see what happens. But I'm excited for Internet Computer. This is crypto. Get ready. It's going to be fun. Take care.